YouTube check 1 2. Restarting the recording now. Old man, what's up, buddy? This episode is brought to you by FHEMEX, the broker exchange. These are our proud sponsors, and I would like for you to click on the link in the description below where it's going to give you a nice VIP tier to start off with, guys. It does cost money to go into trade, and it does cost money to get out of the trade, so might as well use the link in the description below to get yourself the only link available from FHEMEX, right? Through me, through ARCa Bulls, to get you that discount, all right? Well, thank you so much, team. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. We have a couple things to look at here. A couple interesting things to understand. Yes, I know that we didn't get absolutely the top upside we wanted from that from the afternoon. We were looking for, right? We were looking for a top side of around 238, I think, right? Double topping that area, but we didn't get it, and it's okay. So let's go ahead and find out exactly what could be happening here for the XRP ticker. But before we get started, please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is ARCa, coming at you here on Tuesday, January 6th, 11:22 p.m. Pacific time, and we're looking at spot price action at 227,562 on XRP. Now, I will say that the move that we've already gotten, guys, has been pretty respectable. And I will say also that this hourly time frame, typically in this type of formation, does include a continuation. However, if we, kind of move the time frame towards the upside here a little bit, like bi-hourly, maybe even the 3-hour time frame, this starts to resemble more of a dead cat bounce. Now, the only way that this is going to be an actual dead cat bounce, and I promise you that's the real name of the strategy. There's always that issue, right? I'm not actually making the name up. It really is that. Okay. So it would be this, right? The criteria of volume is very important for this. So as long as we can actually get the volume to increase, right? It needs to increase here in the downside. That's the way that we can identify a true signature of a dead cat bounce. Now, if that does not happen, it doesn't mean that it's not, but it's very, very, it's actually more likely that it's not, it's not valid. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is, I'm paying attention to this because the dead cat bounce is something that's bearish, right? Should it actually fortify, then the downside target would actually be towards this right over here, right? Towards the 209,460. And of course, hard targets on this would probably be a little, actually, it would probably be a little lower or higher. And seeing that we do have some areas of support here. Yeah, we have some pretty strong areas of support right around the 215. So if there's anything that's going to stop the price action from continuing down to that level, it would be into that 215 zone. Okay, guys. So please remember, team, that this tonight is the last night for the alpha light indicator, the buy and sell signals, and also for the enrollment of the beginners mentorship program, 9 weeks for $100, right? Or the scalpers market, that's 14 weeks, guys, right? So both of those are at their ends. So make sure to get your emails in by tonight, and that'll be it, right? We'll start the onboarding process, and then everything will be good. Okay, team. So what I think we should do from here is try to observe a little bit of what Ethereum is doing too. So let's go ahead and flip over to this screen and take a look at what this has going, or at least since the live stream that we performed earlier today. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for the good turnout. Approaching around 200 viewers at one point. Again, right? Not as concentrated as it was the last time, but very, very nice for that to happen, especially after not streaming for so long, guys. To see that the juju is still there, right? The juice is still there is very nice. Okay, so looking at this on a daily time frame, Ethereum, please remember that we are looking at a buy formation here, actually a tri formation, and one of them being bearish. The bearish formation would actually be the ascending channel, which would, in all essence, present from a larger time frame a bear flag, right? So that's it. It is quite large, right? The top side of this for Ethereum is looking like a good 37 to around $3,800 from the present 32. Right. So there's still a lot to kind of observe here. So for the more immediate short term, we were expecting this pullback here to start validating your your support line. And if there is further downside, right, like kind of like what we were talking about, well, I got to say that still, right, we can actually come right back down towards these levels here of around 3,190.50. And even still, guys, remember that the USDT, or the tether dominance here, was another thing that we were observing as a potential retrace as well. So this does have some bit of upside continuation. I can't say that it's going to be completely valid here for forever, but it is still showing some relative upside here, at least all the way up to what looks like to be about a 3-day time frame. And let's see when the 3-day is closing. So 3-day time frame close, it's actually a new bar. So 3-day upside gives us just about 32 ticks on this. So that would be let's see, 32 ticks would put us just at the ATR top, 6.196. So that would be, man, that's actually a lot, right? So that this may happen, but not all the way towards that top side, guys. Please remember that this is going to be the physical target to the statistics of a 3-day time would show 6.242% on tether dominance. That's relative to downside on the risk on for crypto. And should we observe this? What can prevent, right? That's always the question here. What can prevent price, or what can prevent our own selves, right, from continuing into that macro top? I would say, I would say roughly here, 6.076% tether dominance. This is a very clean area to prevent price from dropping on XRP and prevent the percentages from increasing here. So, I mean, as of, yeah, definitely not a whole point, right? But it's still, it's still pretty significant to go all the way to 6 spot 242. Bringing things to around that 6 spot 076 would be relative to some of the lows that we talked about, specific for XRP down here, team. So go ahead and take a look at this lower target. And yeah. In fact, I do think that if we grab that 6 spot 076 on tether dominance, we could be observing, the lower bounds of this 217 to maybe 215.59. And if that's very conditional, though. That is if that's the case. Now, I will also say this, that typically speaking, we tend to retrace just around 30 to 50% of your prior bar before continuing on the trend. And what you can see here is that we are absolutely testing the 50% of that prior 3-day bar. And we definitely have a downside, posturing here with accelerating volatility. That to me also prevents price from continuing, which now begs the fact that we may have already experienced a resistance and the downside could be done, which means that the support that we faced could actually be true. And how does that look? Well, that would fit in the immediate short term as a higher low formation. So if it is the higher low formation, here it is. If this truly is the V-shaped recovery, then we are, this was a little bit exaggerating, and this is actually the smaller bit of what we should have seen. And the upside here would continue and have us resist at, number one, around the 232.09.091. That would be our relative top. But this formation here with a higher low would introduce a 100% retrace of our local top. So that's, again, I think I'm going to have to stick to the thesis here, guys. Still, 239.793 to around 241.954. So this is still kind of introducing that fact. And then also it would make sense, right, that we're observing the volume just completely drop even into the drop and not having that dead cat bounce signature for upside volume and, appreciating volume. That gives us that fact as well. So I think, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick to the thesis here. So, if anything, any relative pullbacks here could be roughly around that 226.395, all the way down to this potential 1 hour gap that could be relevant to maybe this as a physical price around 225.138. But from their team, it's hard to tell if we're even going to drop any more. But this is looking good for a continuation to the upside, guys. Please make sure to risk wisely, right? Don't just over lever. But this is a great opportunity for XRP and a lot of holders here. I do expect continuation and appreciation on this asset, guys. If there are any questions, please make sure to reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. Make sure to enroll to those classes and pick up your algorithms here, guys, as everything is going to close. Well, this batch is going to close this night tonight. Okay, team. Appreciate you all. We will speak very, very, Jerry, Scary Larry later. All right, team. Adios, everyone. Please take whatever I do, show, and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah. Very cool, team. Very, very, very cool. You know what, guys? I sometimes when you're trying to do that time confluence thing, when you're cascading time, you'll kind of step into some higher time frames that do indicate a bigger and bigger and bigger pullback. But then when you realize that you're getting into that higher time frame, you've been on that pullback already. Or it already happened, right? So that's the best feeling. And that's kind of what I just felt right now about XRP and actually for the broader crypto space in general. So it appears to be that we already faced that downside, and the downside could have very well finished off right at that point, and this could be the continuation to the upside that we wanted originally. So I want to leave you with that note there, because I almost I it's not that I almost miss it. It's just that you have to really practice it all the way to the macro times from the immediate short to really see how it cascades all the way through. And so far, yeah, I think this is pretty good. Continuation on this asset is very likely, team. And I like the potentials. Should there be any bad news? Should there be any catalyst that can undo this, or whatever? Yeah, of course, that's always going to be a risk in the market, guys. But it is the risk in the market that takes you to places, right? But yeah, team. So let me go ahead and put out here and at everyone that I am ready and I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you with some tunes and post this for the XRP Army. And yeah, guys. So please, yeah, just enjoy this for a little bit, and then we'll get our butts moving for some more tickers. So get the tickers in line, guys. I know that we have a few ideas here, and just know for sure that I am completely risk off at this point, so I don't have actually any position open. So yeah, anyway, team, I'll go ahead and put the at everyone, and I will see you here in just a few. All right, guys, I love you. I'll catch you here in just a minute. Check 1 2. Check check check. Let me know that I'm still here, team. Check 1 2. Check. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, team. So I am, I've been hearing some word about MU. I think it was Micron Technologies, as that thing is just parabolic. Take a look at this. My goodness. Okay, so I'm mentioning this not to not to get in at the top, but I'm mentioning it because I do think that there could be a pullback here, maybe soon. And if it does, how big would it be? And then is there a chance for us to still get in? So number one, actually, I do think that we should probably check out our calendar and see what is coming up. So let's go ahead and flip over to that and take a look. So we are entering Wednesday, and Wednesday, let's see. Okay, U.S. Let's see. We have okay mortgage market. Okay, we have ADP employment that could do something here. What's up, Lioness? Good to see you there. Oh, there we go. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, we have Joel's jobs, the openings and quits. This is definitely something that can, and alongside ADP, of course, more jobs information that can certainly move the market. 17-week bill auction can also do its little thing here and there. But okay, so yeah, we're not completely in the clear here, team. So Jolts would be, what time did we say that was going to be released? So that's 30 minutes after market open. After market open, and the ADP would be, yeah, that would be around 2 hours before market open. Man, I wonder if this is actually the reason why we're kind of pulling back a little bit in the markets. Um, and mind you guys, I am mind you that I am what is it called? I am risk off, right? I don't have any positions open right now. But and I imagine that the pullback isn't going to be anything just major here. I think the pullback, if anything, is going to be just to price in whatever that is, right? And then get ourselves to continue towards that direction that we were already on. The bad news would be just through the eyes of the Fed or something else. I got to say that that's probably where we would find the most pressure. Okay, yeah, the team. I really gotta turn off that candle. Holy crap! It smells. It's way too strong. Hold on, just hold on, just a moment. Okay, got him, team. And also, we just posted the video for XRP that was done as soon as I stepped out to turn that crazy candle off. Okay, team. So, yeah, other than me just talking about MU, do I have any requests here from anybody? Oh, Lioness, have a very good night. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I went to turn that thing off. I didn't notice you were there. But I hope you have a great night. If anything, please let me know. And I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. So, team, yeah. If I have any requests for tickers here, please let me know. If you are long something or if you're already positioned in something, I'd love to give it a look for you. But other than that, yeah, I've been noticing here that a lot of the chip stocks are doing their. Oh, Gush, I got you, old man. And old man, I got your message to my brother. I'm really happy that you had those words to say about me, buddy. Thank you so much. You got it, Lioness. You got it. So if there's anything I can do, even if you're gone, right, I can help you too. All right, you just let me know. I got you. I'm gonna return. I can't see everything here. I'm gonna come back to you guys now. Okay, Ninja, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at Gush here, guys. That would be the oil play. And I believe that there was news, right? We just got some news released as far as the oil. I think it was somebody posted it on the lounge. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. SSRM, got you, buddy. Gotcha. So let me have Gush here. I'm just gonna go ahead and position. Let's see. SSRM. And I believe, oh yeah, guys. If anyone has any interest on this, right, we do have probabilities of upside continuation within the defense stocks like LMT, RTX, things that I believe ASTS, and let's see what else. I think ROC would be one of them too. Yeah, there's a few of them out there. So SSRM, that would be the mining company. Okay. All right. Perfect. Good deal. And let's see. And one quick question here. Did we have people still long LAES? Is that something? And also I noticed that somebody was talking about NRGV today. I don't even know if we were catching I've been kind of out of whack on that play, but and I noticed that Palantir was up to Dea. We can look at that too. And I noticed that Palantir kind of went up today around $5 at some point, or maybe even more. You're still in Chop? Are you guys not asking for it because you're afraid, or is it down or is it up? We should, yeah. I mean, guys, as long as you're in it, and if you need the thread on it, I'm more than happy to look at it, guys. Come on, you guys should know that. I got you. You know what I mean? You got that's so you're in like really long term. And a Devil Dog actually put up yesterday. I forgot what it was, but it was some piece of good news. But I wanted to kind of revert back here to, oh yeah, it was Daniel, and is he here? You're long too, Chop? Okay. Oh, I see, Day. Okay. Let me actually. I know that he's, he didn't hit the notification the last time. And then also, did we end up getting a reply from BD? Oh, you're here. What's up, buddy? I didn't see you were literally number 1 right there. I got you, man. And also, I was talking about you because I noticed that you placed you were showing us something pretty important here, right? So this is what you posted a bit earlier ago, saying, "I am pleased." This is Donald J. Trump saying, "I am pleased to announce that the interim authorities in Venezuela we'll be turning over between 30 and 50 million barrels of high quality sanctioned oil, hard oil, just so you guys know, to the United States of America. This oil will be sold at its market price, and that money will be controlled by me as President of the United States of America to ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States. I have asked Energy Secretary Chris Wright to execute this plan immediately. It will be taken by storage ships and brought directly to unloading docks in the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. Okay, so that is a pretty good amount of oil kind of coming back here, and I think it's enough oil to not have to dilute the because if we brought in 1 trillion, that would severely drop the price of gas, right? But I think at around 50 million barrels, I don't know. I think it probably would drop the price a little bit, right? But I don't think it's going to be the damage that it would do the damage of like 1 trillion. But what do you guys? What say you about that? About that? And Chop saying, since I'm not doing options, I'm trying to better my swing trade. Yeah, so you could swing options too, right? So sometimes playing the options contracts can expose you to some unneeded volatility and very, very, very crazy volatility. You can attenuate that, right? You can start playing with the amount of intrinsic value versus extrinsic, or maybe just going in the money entirely, and then also to diminish more volatility exposure, you would probably just go further out in the expiry, right? So those are ways that you can stay away from immediate short term crazy volatility. You can minimize it by your attenuation. So Dea is saying there's also the news that the oil major CEOs not wanting to go back in Venezuela. So is this? Oh, okay. So if we go and we get it anyway, and in light of the president, well, what does that mean for those CEOs? Do you think they'll care, or do you think we would find just a whole other company to benefit from it? It would be everyone, though. No. Well, cannot trade American options with my broker. Oh, okay. Chop, where are you again? What state are you in? You're in Sweden? Dude, have you tried Tiger Brokers? I'm pretty sure that you could get that. I think Tiger is available in Australia too. That may be a pretty good option. And I'm not sponsored by them whatsoever, but I've got to tell you that they are not bad. They are definitely not bad as a broker. They do have pretty good. Yeah, brother. Yeah, check them out. I just found out some information from them, and I think it would be a good alternative. And it's definitely not bulky, right? The platform itself. Sebastian actually uses it too. The problem could be the tax man. Yeah, I hear that. Totally hear that. That could always be the problem. Sweden, you guys pay taxes? You guys pay taxes and stuff? It's Dea, you guys in you guys don't pay taxes, right? Did I recall that correctly? Thank you, old man. Let me just take a sip here. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you guys mean. I guess what I don't know. I guess what I don't know is the oil that we're receiving. So if it's 50 million gallons, I assume that the oil is already made. It's already, been processed and everything, right? Because we have these refineries in Texas, right? Yeah, that's right, old man. The refineries in Texas are the ones that kind of make it into that combustible fuel or whatever that we make it into, So I'm wondering if the oil that we're getting is that hard oil slush, or is it already made? Is it already processed and everything and ready to go? That'd be interesting. But I guess there's still questions on that too. So that's why chop. I see, brother. Yeah, no, I get it. It's crude. It's crude. Wow. It needs to be refined. Okay, yeah. So we are receiving the hard oil, the slush. So that's why we're going to, that probably is why we're going to go to Texas. Okay. All right. So then that gives me a good idea over what slush could be doing. Let me take a look. Now that it's after midnight for me, I'm going to take a look at the 24-hour book and pull up Gush. Let's see how that's doing. And also, I don't think it did have a 24-hour participation, right? Hold on, am I missing this? They're going to be, the rotation you're thinking is going to go straight into oil. That's absolutely viable. Yep. So there would be a few. I guess USO would be one of them too, right? Gosh, but what else? What else would you guys want to? I mean, the thing is that you're already risk on that, right? So let me just search for the ETF. Oh, it's a pro share. They already are loading now. Gush looks so good right now, and at a hard support. Okay. Let's go ahead and push this forward. Let's take a look. Okay, guys. Thank you, team. Day. I'm saying if it's 30 to 50 million total, that is nothing. But if it is per week or month, it might make a difference. The U.S. currently consumes 11 million barrels a day, if I'm not mistaken. And sitting there is around 1 trillion gallons. And I think, is that true? We've consumed as the whole world, we've consumed 1.5 trillion, and we we can have a questionable and very, very difficult access to 1 trillion barrels of that. What? Man, I mean, the price of gas is going to come down to like 50 cents, bro. We're going to be back in the 40s. People are going to be burning it just because burning it, which, you know what, actually would do good for used car sales and new car sales too, right? Because it's going to be a little cheaper to drive. So yeah, I think cars would, things like Hertz, Carvana, individual companies too, private companies, all that stuff, right? Stellantis, all of that. They're going to go, they're going to go berserko again. And that can create another mishap though, right? We're going to start handing out car loans for anyone. People are going to be buying supercars with, because we're giving away freaking $200,000, $300,000 loans for anybody who has a heartbeat. So that, I guess it could become a little bit dangerous if not observed correctly or managed correctly. They are saying oil service companies like Halliburton and Schlumberger and Baker Hughes, right, since they will appreciate by contracts versus the oil companies themselves, which will pump on news, but decline after and won't realize the benefits for 5 years out. Yeah, so that would be initial appreciation for sure, just because of the news itself. But eventually that's gonna be exit liquidity for inbound liquidity risk on assets, traditional equity. And I mean, if it sustains, then damn. I don't understand how we can have you know, a lot of supply and a lot of price. And more so than, you know, I guess, I mean, look at what's happening to gold and silver alongside risk on assets too, though. You know, I can't really say anything. TXL saying, ARCa, have you looked at the monthly on SPY with the ADX? It's touched a new low for the for the fourth time the past 10 years. Whoa. Okay. In the monthly time frame, which one did you say? The SPY. I'm regularly on the SPY on those time frames too. So we've on the ADX though. So the ADX is now postured to the upside, and also is the are we above at least 25? Are we at least above a 25 in a shorter time, maybe a weekly or a bi-weekly? Even if it were a 5-day too, I don't expect the monthly to be there just yet. I expect kind of low though, because it is kind of a it's about to reverse. There's no volatility. So yeah, so if it's zero, you know, if it's zeroed out in contraction and stuff, so mathematically speaking, there would be a reversion, a mean reversion. So that could be bad. that could mean expansion towards the downside, or and so it's a monthly ADX though. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. And then it'll also meet the AI bubble, right? That could also be part of it too. Good luck, brother. So yeah, I haven't used an ADX here for a very long time, as it does, you know, it does promote trend, and it does confirm trend. Specifically for me, right? I would look for you know, trend to be at about 25 to 30, you know. Yeah. So the DMI would be the DMI would be the direction, right? And then your ADX would be I usually color it as a dot, right? So if I can have the ADX at around 25 to 30, right, with direction postured either to the upside or downside, that would confirm, at least for me, right, that would confirm that trend. But you know, many people use it different ways. But are you using it like that too? Good. Many people use it in different ways, but as long as you have, you know, you need significant numbers on that to really expect the results to be there. And I did find a lot of I'm surprised that I haven't used it in a long time, but I did find a lot of success using that the combination of ADX and DMI. It's been a while. It's good around the 25 and higher, right? Daniel, you're catching that too. Good. That's good, guys. So why don't, yeah, you know what? So that, you know, at least now knowing that, you know, that in a monthly time frame, being a macro time, and we just opened up a new month here, it probably would be okay to start opening up some 2-month out puts, right? Even if we have expansion on the upside for the immediate short. So let's see, the weekly is going to pop. I'm expecting volatility downward, though anytime above 20 ADX is good from a low. Yeah, exactly, man. Pretty damn good trend validation above those criticals. Oh man, I gotta say, you're probably one. I think maybe one of the very few who've mentioned that indicator here. I know that a few of my legacies here, they use it too, but I haven't seen you here often, right? But I will say that, you know, it's not often mentioned. So kudos to you for knowing your trade, brother. You know what I mean? Touched only 4. Okay, the weekly has only touched the 4 times. Well, you know, sometimes that 4th and 5th time could be your validation. You've been with Jack of the Tits popping in and out of here too. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. That's nice. And I haven't heard from Jackie in a while, man. So I hope he's doing okay. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just taking a sip over here. I get so thirsty quickly. I have noticed that Jackie has been trying to educate his crowd too, which is invaluable. Okay, team. So, yeah, it's going good. Yeah, he's doing great. People in GME is insane. It's really amazing to reach out to him. We need actually teachers out talking to everyone. Yeah, man. Yeah, as long as we can spread the knowledge here, especially when it's when it's viable knowledge. That's you can't beat that, man. Can't beat that. And people deserve it too, brother. Sometimes they have too many chefs in the kitchen, right? You go to YouTube and you're just splurged with so much information, you don't even know where to go, left, right, up or down, sideways. What are you doing? You know. Um, but yeah, brother. I mean, welcome, bro. Of course. I love it that you're here. So no, 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 no. It's okay, bro. There's no distraction. I want to make sure that we can all hang out, right, and say hello, get to know each other. It's always a good thing. The crowd a little bit smaller right now. Of course, we're super super late, and I had some personal things to do, like buying toilet paper. So I had to go to what is that store? The other store that's not Costco. Uh, I'm blanking out the name. Sam's Club. Jeez. Sam's Club is let's see, what didn't mass stock. Let's see, what you didn't mass stock. Uh I think I'm misreading that, brother. Hold on just a moment. Here we go. Also, I'm a bit blind, so don't mind me. Let's see. Take a look at the 5-day time frame. GME DMI AX. Daniel, you're yes, from COVID for toilet paper. Oh yeah, yeah. Believe me when I say that I had the plug and I had this huge bag. And my mentor, he ran out of toilet paper, so I went over to him and I dropped him off half that bag. He was barely teaching me how to trade at the time, so um, he was saying, man, the market's doing great. I can't, I'm making money, right? But I can't buy toilet paper. I got all this money shorting. He's a short bias trader, so he was training me, and I found it funny. It was just sorry guys, I digress. Making a whole ton of money and not being able to buy any toilet paper. Yeah, that's cool. Uh, there we go. Okay. Let's kill it, guys. Let's take a look at Gush here. It does appear to be on a regressive support. At least on this 4 hour time. I mean, I don't know why I'm starting on a 4 hour here, but whatever, right? We do have a trend line regression rejection here. And sometimes it does kind of present the whole bear flag thing, right? But and also this inverse head and shoulders already kind of for the most part did its thing already, right? And it does have this complete rejection here. So if it is truly that we're trying to get ourselves towards the upside, well, we have history showing here that many upsides have happened from these lows here, guys. So relative to let me see, I'm just going to open up a weekly time on this and see what's up, but or maybe even a monthly. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yeah. We have this weekly gap over here, right? Many times have we touched on that bottom side. You can see here that there's a gigantic inverse head and shoulders on this thing. So it feels like this is about ready to get to kind of pop off, right, guys? It does, don't trust too much of these. Uh, don't trust too much on these bearish engulfings, right, on the bottom of a trend. Arguably speaking, it is sort of on the top-ish, but 2 days, 13 hours, anything can happen here. And usually speaking, weekly time frames on a timely basis would be retracing just at around 6.25 hours prior to closing the bar, based on stats. And your biweekly time frame, sure, this is a new one here, but let me look at that 3-week as well. We have 16 days on that. We have a 4-week, 23 days. Of course, the month is that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, typically speaking, guys, when we have these openings of these new macro bars, right, expect that little bit of a peekaboo right down into those, a relative support anywhere in the macro here, right? There's a lot of reason to not continue price action towards the downside. Plenty gaps, plenty of a demand down here, right? So I think that if you are nervous about any other downside, probably I guess not. So don't be nervous here for so long, as I do think that the major low is already in on this. So and the potential rejection here or retrace would be based on a smaller time. So let me look at, there we go, right? So your 4-hour time frame could be one of them. I would say about 2 hours into the trade, the equities, right? You're looking at a 4-hour time frame for this thing to start retracing. So if this thing does have that retrace towards the decompression level, right, towards its 50%, hard targets would suggest potential resistance around 22, and that's already kind of a big move, right? 22.11 to about the average of around 22.23. We're moving a daily ATR at about what, $1.06. Let me see this on a smaller time, even still. Yeah, dude, I did. I had a couple things to do, and it really killed my time. But I love you, brother. Good to see you here. Yeah, definitely not getting a dead cat bounce here, guys. Right? We had complete decline in volume here, right, all the way up and down, and even still, right, if you're looking at it like this here, you're also observing that there's a huge decline in volume, right, overall. So that kind of puts the probabilities of a dead cat completely out. Psychologically, that's it's probably not going to work out. And furthermore, yeah, I think that getting long this asset roughly soon. you could I mean, if you want me to find an exact target, I could do that too, right? We can always observe your critical supports, just your technical whatever, you know what I mean? But if you want me to do it by a time basis, I'm down to do that too, right? 1 minute time frame upside posturing, we have acceleration happening on volatility like crazy up to 2-3 minutes time. Also same thing, expanding an upside here, continuing to the upside into the 5-10 minutes. Let's see that. Yeah, upside posturing on the 10-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame still has a kink on Stokes, so upside on that as well. Potential bullish engulfing on the downtrend here, which is good. Validation candle for upside continuation on a 30. Expansion and upside bias hourly, 2-hour time frame. 3-hour time frame certainly. Yeah, 4-hour time frame would be the final top side. So if this thing opens up at around let's see, was that really upside the whole way? Okay, cool. Yeah, so if this thing opens up at around 21.74 this coming trading session, then you have an average range of around 51 cents to kind of make your upside. So 22.20s. And that is absolutely my discretionary target that I gave you a bit earlier, right? 22.23, 22.11. 4-hour time frame completely supporting that statistic. Discretion is also leading that potential too. The rejection of the dead cat bounce would also support that thesis as well. So we have a few different things. Yeah, exactly. That TXO, absolutely. I do think that sooner than not, have some position and be risk on this, right? So yeah, this is good, guys. As soon as it starts reaching your 22.23, your 4-hour time frame starts to display that downside, which I honestly just think that you're going to come back down just to validate the break of this 50%, right? So this would be your Newton's third law, right? Come back down, validate your 50% continuation towards the upside here. So this is looking pretty dang good. And as far as this reaction or the counter reaction, right, then that would be your test all the way up to around this area here. Now, if we're going really technical on rules, right, so this higher low would indicate a 100% retrace of your local highs. So technically, a 23.82 to around $24 target is not out of the question in this, and it is in the vocabulary now. Now, I will also, encourage regular hours to see if there's any way that we can rid ourselves from that major candle. I don't think there will be. No. That huge candle is part of an opening valuation of a traditional hour, so it's all good. Yeah, oh yeah, it was the opening bar of Monday, January 5th. All good. Okay. Yeah, bro. I think if you really are observing your technicals, wait for a retrace starting from your immediate short term, starting roughly around this target here, 21.87 to the more confluent zone, right? All you got to do is really take a look left and try to catch as many candles confluent to each other. So 21.84, the proximity is a little too close. So try something a little higher, right? So yeah, 2187 to roughly around these targets of 2193. That'll pull you back to start validating those local lows around 2169 to around 2174. That in a very short-term time frame can actually just get you a second opportunity to find that low and then continue. All right, bro. So yeah, I think this is this is cool, brother. Um, let's see. So you know what? I guess I can just do that for you, man. Let me do that for you. I said 2187, right? It's very immediate short term. 2193. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw that as a resistance for you, right? And a very immediate short term. So I can't tell you if it's going to happen, pre-market or during your intraday, likely in the pre-market. So this would resist at this point, come back down, validate some supports here down into the 2169 area, right? This will bounce. This will give us a pretty nice run into the resistance of this zone here, where then, you'll kind of peekaboo above it, resist somewhere local, come back down and start validating the break of this relative resistance area, right? So if we can do that, then that would be a great opportunity to also find longs. The problem here is that you may also test your 2193 one more time, and then really kind of start finding your continuation towards the upside, right? So expect some local resistances right around these targets here, which would be the better part of about 2050 to just around 2257 before some local pullback and then continuation. The zigzags, your traditional zigzags are starting to happen here. But I will say that this thing I'm seeing of course targets up to $25, $26. It's no problem. It looks good. It does look good. So let me put I guess scalpers could find some resolution here, right? Just immediate short-term traders. I guess that could be okay, right? So we'll just put these targets there. I'm going to color this green for you here and put the receipts on it, and everything will be good. Let me see. I still have some phantom targets down there, right? That we've never really kind of touched on, but all good, brother. Remember that this is running about $1.06 on an ATR. So if we're opening the market here around 21, I mean, even at 21.94, your probabilities of running the 22.58 and even up to this target here are still kind of likely. So heads up on all these targets here. Just know that the opportunity is there. Just don't over leverage, and everything will be good, right? I'm more of a Tom Hogard kind of trader, right? I'm not by any means trying to invest, so I will buy the strength upon validations and breaks. So let me just go ahead and put this here for you, right? Just about there. I can also be a little more anal about it. And then put this down here. Okay, yeah, I guess some liquidity bottoms could be found right around these points, 2170. Heads up. It's looking good. Nice. Let me go ahead and print this out for you and put it down there. Put it. Yes, TXO. I definitely do, of course. I often, I say when I'm going in, and I also will say when I'm going out. And actually, you could probably see those. You could probably see me in this very chat. Putting the at everyone mentions, right? Yeah, of course, brother. I tend to do that, and also when I teach, right? I teach, sure, in the hindsight, but I'm more, whatever lecture we're doing, we'll find some situation that has an opportunity to display, some the potentials of something happening into the next day or whatever. So the lecture would be based on what's going to happen instead of what's happened before. So this right here, brother, check it out. This was from earlier today, right? So this was at 10:46 a.m. Pacific, right? I would say SPY is at resistance. You can take profits here, right? Nervous about CVNA. I'm pulling out, guys. I mean, brother, if you weren't here, if you weren't really paying attention, the chart was entry at around 390, 380 last week, and we pretty much pulled out at around 430, 440s, whatever that was, and got out of the SPY, and people follow, you know. So it's definitely a healthy environment. No faking stuff. Like ARCa says, right? I'm an ambidextrous trader. Still can't pronounce it. Ambidextrous. Yes, we got to be ambidextrous, man. We have to make sure that we could, you know, express our executions for the upside and downside. Bro, I'm super. I know. I've seen your name. I know I've seen your name, bro. Yeah, man. Of course. So let me go ahead and start the. Oh, team. No way. I put up the XRP video. Did I? Okay, I did. Oh man. I almost. Yeah, I almost tripped right now. So this is ticker symbol GUSH, guys. Here you go. And let me start the @everyone post in the lounge. Here we go. Let me do @everyone. Let me post the first chart there. All good. All good. Okay. And we did have a request for SSRM and for mining, right? So yeah, we're gonna start off very obviously. Just we're gonna start off here with the psychology. It looks ridiculous, man. I mean, it just, guys. It's not always the best to observe. It's not always the best to observe an inverse head and shoulders on the top of a trend, just like it isn't best to observe a bullish engulfing at the top of a trend. Psychology just, if it sees it, then psychology then assumes to, take it and go for it, right? So as many people that can see it, then it's there, and oh yeah, that's the trend, and then they don't know the tiny rule of it, right? But if there aren't many people who are observing these, specifically this ticker on a daily time frame upside, inverse head and shoulders, if that's not something that's, well, here's one, right? So this, I mean, fair enough. This is another upside, so that's good. If it's not practicing it all the time, then, it may not be the best to observe it. So actually this thing apparently does, right? So here's another inverse head and shoulders for a top side before it corrected and then continued, to be completely fair there, right? But yeah, sometimes just a quick little historical look and just to see if this thing does fail them or it does recognize them. Here you can arguably say a head and shoulders here did play out. And also this is interesting because they got a head and shoulders and then it built a head and shoulders on a downtrend and it worked. So do we have validity or no? Well, this right here, this is an inverted head and shoulders on the top of a trend, but it failed. But it was also true here too, and it succeeded. All right. So and here, and then it succeeded on the high. Fine. So I'm going to say that this does respect it, and we're going to humor the inverse head and shoulders for a psychological take, right? We'll just let's see. Do we have time to squeeze in ALCY? Yeah, we do. That was you on the SPY today, brother. Yeah, bro. Let me put it in here right now so I don't forget, and we'll observe it for you. It's no problem at all. Let me see. ALCY. Okay, perfect. We'll leave that in here. We'll look at it right after this, bro. No problem. I got you, good sir. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I think I hear my boy. I need to check on him real quick. Hold on. Just give me a minute. It's my 6-year-old boy. You know what I mean? He was just making a little noise. He went to the bathroom and he couldn't take a yeah, brother. He couldn't take the roll of toilet paper, right? I'm not sponsored, and I'm not I'm not trying to say anything here, but I just bought those Charm, is it how you say it? Charmin Ultra whatever at Sam's Club, because they didn't have their bath tissue name brand Sam's Club thing, right? So I just went to whatever was next to it, right? So yeah, right, the Charmin Ultra. Oh my goodness, dude, it feels like you are wiping your butt with silk. It's it is absolutely outstanding, that toilet paper. But he couldn't undo it, right? Because it's a brand new roll, so it's so it's got like a bunch of plies, and he couldn't really undo it. So I heard the bathroom, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? You know? Oh yeah, I know. I do have some. I do have some here. You know, he tends to get a little constipated sometimes, so I have to make sure that he does have some wet wipes, so that he doesn't, you know, become really irritated. But it's part of his, you know, his lack of iron and stuff. So he does. Yeah, brother, I do use them. But yeah, guys, sorry about that. He just had to do his business there, so I had to help him out a little bit, right? That's what the charts tells me for now. Oh, you're talking about GME. Sorry, buddy. Oh, dude, thank you, bro. And also, I'm sorry that I'm saying bro to you. Are you a bro? Believe me when I say that. I often say bro to many ladies, and I don't mean that to be the case, right? I don't mean any offense, man, but all good. He is the reason. Okay. Well said. He is the reason why I'm here, and you know, a lot of the OGs, they know too, right? I'm sure that you remembered some of those. I know that I've seen you around for a while, dude. I don't know why I'm acting like that, but yeah, guys, I digress yet again, and I am sitting here now, so ready to take a look here. So, Eagle Eye. It was 2 years ago. Wow. Okay. So, man, and I think I also potentially remember you in the live streams back when I used to do them, like live. It's okay. It's okay, honey. I'm just at work. Yep. Uh huh. Honey, close the door. I need you to go back in bed. It's way too late. You got to be in bed. Yep. Yeah. Huh. Yes. Waffles in the morning. Yes. Okay, honey. I love you. Yeah. I hold on, guys. Yeah. So, sometimes there we go. Thanks, guys. Sometimes he will blast in here, and he will literally just, you know, talk in the mic. Yeah. Many of the people here have seen it too. I'm sure you have back in the day, man. He's he's a hoot and a holler. But you were a little oh yeah. That's right. You yeah, I remember you. Thank you, bro. And old man saying, wish I had the Eddie Murphy Donkey Waffles clip for this moment. I'm a fan of his old comedy stuff, man. Really raunchy, but all good. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm not completely blind here. I definitely see that there is a bit of a head and shoulders on the daily here as well, right? So this is you know, psychologically enriched here. So I think, honestly speaking, right, if they're you know, but with this kind of a daily candle, sure, it's an inside green bar, right, and it did have a it feels a little confused here, but I'm gonna use volatility and psychology, and also the fact that we have some inbound cash for you know, for our precious metals, right? In the morning, I'm making waffles. He wants those. I just went to go buy him at Sam's, the Eggo waffle things. You're seeing the inverse head and shoulders, right? With the break and retest. Yeah. So I feel like there's also it feels like a multiple shoulder one. It could arguably be two, maybe even three shoulders, right? So, but yeah, the whole shape of this is kind of located, down here ish, right? So if it is true, then technically speaking, it could also be on a downtrend ish, and this is just your this is just your outlier. But this head and shoulders certainly worked out, right, with regression all the way down here. And I will say that it's regressive shoulder, right, as it connects like butter, right? So I think it's right above here, and you have this thing completely in line here. So all of these points into this here, right? So this that this it kind of came in a little bit short, right? So it should have been a little downside here, but whatever, right? It is what it is. So and it's also a different way of observing it too, right? Traditionally speaking, we're not using regression for these formations, but I've been noticing that there is kind of a pretty good there's a pretty good consideration for that. So I think I would ignore the outlier here, right, and use regression from maybe this point, as there is a large shoulder there. Of course, I can go into a 2-day, 3-day, whatever it is, to use the to minimize grain, right? But all good. I think this could be a pretty viable neckline, right? We'll just come in and get the measured move from this point here, and we'll just do it to the. You know what? We'll just do it like this. The center of the shoulders, right? We'll just put it at the center of the shoulders, right around here, and this will give us a target to the upside of roughly around what's it saying? Roughly about this target here of 30.48. So when can we do this? When can this actually break out? Well, there is still, the potential of another play kind of happening within this play, and the target to the upside is not met yet, and that would be the likes of a you know what I'm talking about. Let me put the 12-hour time frame in there. I need maybe one more contact point if I can find it. I really can't find it. And if I can't find it, then I don't want to force it either, right? I know that we have this here, but it feels like it's something like this. It feels like a broadening wedge of sorts, right? So if it does have a broadening wedge and it has a false break and a false break down here, then your broadening wedge would probably say that your topside take profit on this would be 25.09. And if that's the case, then we have test 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fifth, which means you're at resistance on the fifth, right? You'll pull back here, validate these lows here. So these highs. So that's a pretty large area to kind of validate. So if anything, I think SSRM is probably downside first, as it does have the same setup happen. It's kind of like an echo, man. It really is. It has the same setup happening right here in a smaller time frame, right? It kind of feels like the same whatever, right? So you have that literal tiny version of this with the take profit target of roughly this top side of 23.91. So I think maybe a little bit of downside here to start validating some. What did we close, by the way? That can give me an answer here. Let's see. So we're about to close okay, we got a 3-day close. That is okay. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past this thing to try to retrace to, there are gaps here, right? So I would say, yeah, man, I think this doesn't pull back too much, but it should give us a pretty nice. I'm speaking discretion right first before I give you the opinion on mathematics, just real quick. And there is a pretty confluent area right around here, so 22.11 ish was the other target there, 22.29. And should there be a liquid bottom on this? Yeah, we could just make it a full range here because that would be 50% your 3-day retrace here at the opening of the next bar. That's pretty okay too. And that would then validate this break here, right? As we just completely broke out of it and never really tested it, continue your regular dynamics, you know, your typical dynamics on price. 2247 now. Cool. So it's kind of declining into the support of this gap here. Okay. Yeah, the only reason this thing would, you know, kind of prevent price from going down, it would be that gap here. It's pretty large on a 3-day time. It's not super strong. It does have other areas that might as well come back down and test. So your primary zone on this, I will highlight like this. I think I'm done. But this is getting ready for a breakout, I will say. So if there's room for entry, and I'm, you know what, I'm just going to post this. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at volatility real quick, but I'm pretty sure I'm, you know, I think I know what I'm seeing before that. Right. Okay. So, and liquid bottoms would be down there. Let me get rid of this, and let's put in some receipts on this. Okay, here we go. 22.29. This one would be about 22.11. Liquid bottom on this could be roughly 21.92. In fact, I think it's not a bad target. It's really, really choppy, man. Okay, and if that is the case, immediate short-term supports would probably bring you back up, and your top side on this, man, I think you could do it. You have about $1.08 in ATR. So 20, you know, opening up the market roughly around 22 to around, 22 and a half. You know, that could probably put you into your $23 target here. And just, I mean, this right here is, you know, pretty much located around there. So I would say resistance levels. Let me make sure that I can yeah, there we go. Roughly like this as a take profit zone. It's generally the genesis of the formation, right? So 2388, 2359, mathematically speaking, this could be a 1-day play. Retrace is very likely after that before continuation to the upside, as you do have the take profit of the larger version of this thing, you know? So, yeah, it feels okay. You have a few other targets considering the inverse head and shoulders too, right? That'll take you to some higher bits, roughly around $24. You know, I would say 24.30 to around 24.44 ish, right? So soft resistance is around there, but the primary play would be this. We should talk as soon as it reaches that 23.89 and find out how much volatility we gathered. We are at some serious inflection. Let me see. Yeah, there is. So it's also, let's see. Yeah, this is the moment. It's a make or break for this thing. So I'm just going to put these targets here for now, right? Like I was saying, and then I'm just going to observe volatility because I'm curious. But let me kind of catch these targets up here for you. Right, we'll just put them up here for now. There we go. And this over here, just in case it does. So what I'm expecting is quick upside here, resistance at that level up there, 2287. Pull back the market here, enter somewhere in this area here, risk on. Be very careful. Stop losses could be set slightly below your 2157, maybe 2137 and below, just around here. For don't exceed like a 6 to 7% on shares. So, you know, yeah, let's just kind of put this risk on area here. And I'm not going to be super detailed here, but this probably would take you towards that target to the upside. This on a 1-day time frame may actually just have you retrace and validate your regression, which would be this area of support. Right. So we'll validate that upon confirmation here. Then you could probably, you know, start making a higher move, depending on how much volatility we gather with momentum there. But good eye on that, brother. Should have held the Apple puts? Oh no! What is Apple? Is Apple falling off a cliff right now, or what? we noticed yesterday was it down this last trade. I forgot what it was. Okay, let me, yeah, so I'm just going to take the screenshot now, and then I'm going to observe volatility on it real quick. Okay, let me see. So this is a 4-hour. Okay. Okay, we're at critical contraction with a downside as expected. That was your 15-minute. Let me just catch a lot of grain here. Okay, your twist is coming from really early on. And that's, I mean, that is massively oversold. Yeah, I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to kind of go through it real quick. No problem, Ninja. I got you, buddy. I at least just want to, see this here, aside from just, only discretion. That would be roughly almost there. Okay, so 6 hours downside, that would be around 65 cents. $21.90. Is that what it's saying? 65 cents minus the open. Oh yeah, nice. So liquid bottom, 21.91. It's in line. Let me see upside continuation, 6-hour time frame. That would be 8-hour time upside. Daily up. We have nice. Yeah. Man, okay. 2 days time frame still on the upside, closing this next session almost. That still has upside, and it closed. Nice. Okay, upside still on a 4-day closing in this session here too. The 5-day time frame made a really huge retrace on that. Weekly time still has upside. That's crazy. Still upside on a, man, okay, starting to look like a bull flag here. 3-week time frame still upside. 4-week and monthly, of course, still up. What? No way, dude. This is, man, the explosion that we're on right now, dude. SSRM is really big. This is gonna be a pretty sizable move. Look at this. This is it's the lowest contraction that it's ever had in its trading history. It's just exploding from that, and it still has expansion with a massive upside posturing on your volatility component, moving average, and everything. And look at stochastics, man. This is a new 6-month bar. I think it's gonna do something like this right here. We kind of just got that already. Local lows to be tested roughly in those targets that I told you, around 21.90, which just so happened to be the 6-month prior bar close. Pfft, get out of here, dude. Semi-annual candle and trend validated for this, dude. Then it's not done there. Annual time frame starting its expansion at the lowest volatility that it's ever been on a gigantic inverse head and shoulders. Stupid, bro. What? Okay. I can give you targets all the way up to a year. So, or, I mean, even further than that, right? So you have a current ATR, but guys, this is going for $30+, 30, 40 more, maybe. This is going to be big. This is going to be really big. And it's, the daily ATR is $1.08. So we could probably even play leaps on this, bro. Like we should consider leaps on this. Good call, man. Very good call on this. Local bottoms 21.90. Enter, risk on, and just hold. We could probably just hold. Attenuate the volatility that you want, though, right? I'm saying intrinsic value versus extrinsic value. So if you want lesser volatility exposure, then deeper in the money would be the way to go, and also with more extrinsic being the time of the expiry, right? So that could be very expensive, but it also buys you security, and not so much in that in volatility. So I guess you're completely intrinsic on the price would be in the money, but if you want a little bit of volatility, which options contracts are completely a slave to, then yeah, maybe try something slightly out of the money or at the money, like a 25. Right. I would do the whole numbers. 20, like, the mids and holes, like 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, those. So this is 2270 hit overnight. Nice. Bro, this is extremely, extremely good. I'm gonna risk on this. And I want to see, I'm probably going to buy month outs or something, dude. Not even that big, but you could technically hold this for a very long time. And this is going to appreciate like crazy, dude. It's really bullish, super stupid bullish. So I believe in it, man. Let me put on this thing here. And what is it called again? SSRM. Holy crap, dude. Here is that chart. Bro, good call, man. Who was this? Was it Ninja? It's nice to have confirmation on what are you seeing. Oh, Ninja, let's go, bro. That's what I want to hear, man. That's great. What an outstanding call, brother. That's something else, man. I really, really like it. ALCY, right? Next. And was that you, Eagle Eye? Wow, dude. I'll trade some SPY tomorrow and buy 2 months out. Dude, you know what? That's typically what I trade. It's SPX and SPY. Oh, Eagle Eye. Yeah, that is you? Okay, cool. Man, and also, tend to use the ES for further confirmations and stuff, but the benchmark is great. Let me take a sip, team. Let's take a sip, damn it. Oh, dude, I use MES all the time. And specifically for the futures trading. But yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Dude, I actually just tried SI for the first time in futures, and dude, if you want, just try that. And go one contract and go one. Yeah, exactly. You already know. I tried 2 contracts and I was done $3,000 like in a matter of a minute. And I'm like, whoa, maybe one contract is going to be the way to go here. Oh, man, I love that you know that. Hold on, guys. Let me take a sip. Okay, team. Yeah, man, trading silver is just another thing, dude. Oh man. But all right, guys. So ALCY and oh, I was asking a question earlier. Eagle Eye, I'm sorry, buddy. So you are risk on ALCY. Is this something that you're already positioned in? I treat it differently if you are. Okay. So you're in the money. Does this have a 24-hour? Does this have an overnight book? Let me look. Dude, not bad, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see, sir. Oh, is it? Dude, oh, yes. It's already 1 a.m. Nice. My time, sorry. Time flies when you're having fun, sir. ALCY. I was thinking I was all early right now, dude. No, it doesn't have the 24-hour book. Do you have price on it, like trading right now? Yeah, we're up hella late right now. I'm assuming yeah, man. Well, I no, I'm definitely gonna. I have to sleep. Yeah, yeah, kill it, brother. Of course. Rest well, and we'll reconvene. Be safe, brother. 1432. Yeah, that's the closing price. Oh, so it moved. So it closed after hours 1435, and then back to 1432 is what you're saying as an okay. That's a real time price. See ya, brother. Yeah, yeah, right here, right in this same place. Financial tends to open up for me, and then I show up maybe just a few minutes later, unless it's maybe. Damn. Oh, you okay? I'll make a GME video, of course, bro. All right, brother. Take care. Be safe. Be well. Good to see you again. So let's kill it. I'm down. Am I still live? Am I still live? Okay. Oh, dude, that thing did that thing, huh? Sorry, guys. There we go. Let's try that again, sir. Okay. So let's observe. ALCY, you're in at 13. And this is, I assume it's some kind of a, oh man, this is really liquid. Hold on. Bro, I hope that you have, dude, this is on a gigantic pennant, bro. Like this is, that, I mean, it feels like it's ready for a breakout, honestly. There's two ways to observe this too, right? But I think the regression would, I just hate those two middle areas there, but this does meet regression pretty nicely. Your typical bull pennant. So if this is it, if regression is now done, 1440 now. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that's what it shows here. So if regression is now done, then this technically would be upside. And the upside would also be based on a 4-day time frame retrace. So the decompression of your 4-day time frame starts roughly at 2 hours to the open of the market, which is pretty typical, right? For a lot of those candles. So let me see about that. So if you're looking at a 4-day retrace, at least, oh, dude, this is an early retrace. That when this happens, that's typically really bullish, because now your 2-day time frame is closing in the same amount of time. So that gives you at 2 hours prior to the close, right? You only have about 6.5 hours on that day for trading, right? So 2 hours prior to the close, this would very likely start to decompress. So your resistance is here, 473 to around 1473 to 1480. What is that top side? 88, 85. So I mean that's close enough there, right? And this would be another area of resistance to 1472. And you said it's at 1440, right? Okay, so yeah, we need a break above that zone there. And historically, is there anything else? Dude, look at this. This is crazy, man. Freaking scam wicks everywhere. But you know why this happens, though. You know, this is the company. They pump it, dude. You know, they pump it like this because they need cash. You know, so they'll just do this. And if you notice here, they'll do it towards the end of the month, right? So like right here, right? That's your September 1st. This is October 2nd right there. This is towards the end of October, right? This is right here, October 30th, another pump. This is the 27th of December, 2023, you know, and late January, all that into February, right? Here's your May 2nd, right? And also your, well, this is a mid one, but it does have one at the 28th of June. This one here is in the 20th of August. This is a mid area as well. But of course, right into the end of the month. But dude, yeah, they kind of do this, right? Yeah, is it a low float? I mean, you mean micro? We are at, oh yeah, dude, it's a micro float, right? 795,000. I think it's, and also your market cap is just around 60. Yeah, dude, micro. And this could, and it's funny because this is actually up, it's listed and, oh damn, it's, well, yeah, $14. It's in compliance. Nice. Okay. This can get moved, right? I'm going to put it like that. It could get moved because anybody with like a $20,000 account, right, goes in those 20K full on, it's just going. Ninja, I love you, buddy. Dude, you're welcome, brother. You be safe. Okay. So, yeah, man. Yeah. And also this could be your higher low formation here. And, not even to mention, of course, your bull pennant. So let's just take into consideration that real quick, right? So breakout, let's just say that it would be within this, the 4-hour bar or 2-hour bar, whatever that is. This would be your breakout zone, right? So something may get announced on this. It could be at lows from your volatility. It could be ready to expand here, you know, or mean revert, and your 50% of the triangle would be roughly here. Right. And then also let's just take into consideration the largest area. So roughly there. Okay. So measured moves would be starting at this point, 1653. Let's just move it to the side here. And let's take in the second consideration here. This would be the mid bound. And this is giving you a target of roughly 1770. And the last one here would be breaking out from this point, right? And then let's apply it. Come on. There we go. Roughly 1950. Okay. So typically speaking, this formation's, you know, it favors the upside. It doesn't mean that it's going to. I'm just saying that it does regularly, right? Okay. Now, I wanted to see if that was even possible. I'm not going to use that actually. You know, it was kind of looking like a head shoulder here. It's just, it's weird. I wouldn't use that. No. So let me now see volatility on this because it looks like upside, bro. I mean, dead honest. It just looks like it's up. The float has been shorted 45% for like 2 days. So I'm thinking so this is a squeeze play. You seen that? Your 1 minute time frame is suggesting a $15 target already with a strong signal. Okay. Z squeeze giving us magic here. Nice. All right, fine. Fine. It has SM. No way. Do you know who called that out? Do you know who called SMX out? Like literally to say, buy it here, buy it now. Dude, I just learned about this, and I'm about to interview the guy. The SPACs have been going crazy. Oh, okay, cool. So this, yeah, man, this shows that kind of crazy that you're talking about. Expansion 2 minute with upside, man. Let's keep it going. Upside 3 minute time frame, 5 minute. Let's see. Yeah, upside. Everything critically contracted so far. Everywhere from the 1 minute all the way up to the 30-minute time frame is still contracted. Let me see that 30. What was the posturing? Still upside. And also the 15, was it? Yeah. Okay. Hourly time frame still upside, still kinked on the bi-hourly 3-hour time frame. If that's arguable. So that would give you 3 hours of total upside. Let me see. Is this downside for man? Hold on. Oh, it's got a kink. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, it's still upside 3, 4 kinked, still kinked up 8-hour time frame. There we go. Perfect. So a total of 8 hours of upside, which is, I bet that's going to be relevant to the bi-daily or 4-day retrace. $1.21. If this opens up the market roughly at around 1440 or whatever, 1430, we can just leave it at 1440. This could move, to the targets of around 1560. And I wonder if so the first target, 1650, huh? Or 1550. That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's $1. Yeah, it's $1 on a daily, right? Not $2. Yeah, it's 92 cents. I was reading it wrong. I read 120 somewhere. Oh, why is the 4-hour time frame is giving me $1.17 and 92 cents on a daily? Okay, so the probabilities of retracing towards your prior day's your prior day's high, and also the high of your bi-daily high as well. Okay, confluent resistances. I think that this is your day trade here. Right about this point here, 1550, which, yeah, dude, what? I hate it when that happens, like so much. 1550. Oh my goodness, there is so much to talk about there. 1589. Okay, cool. I like it, sir. So let's run that as a resistance here. I'm not sure if you want to hold it all the way. They don't want it over 1550. Are there warrants or something? They usually are at 1150, right? So this has upside all the way up to that 8-hour time frame. So if that's the case, 8-hour pulls back. Hold on, what was that? Yeah, so 8-hour pulls back, 12-hour pulls from that top side. That is 2-day, 3-day. Okay, 4 days of pullback that may have already happened. That would take you just around 87 cents downside. Current ATR low 1328. This came down to 1306. That downside already happened. Dude, this is upside. This is, yeah. And also, if there is any type of entry condition on this, it's going to be hard to find it. All right, Dea, take care, buddy. Love you. It's going to be a little hard to find it, man. But this, if you can capture, I'm going to say this. I don't even know if it's going to do it, right? But if you can capture around here, to just about this, you know, to just about the wait. Oh, this is infinitely more confluent. Okay, yeah, entry conditions could be 1402 to 1423. And here's another thing, it may not happen during the traditional trading hours. This may happen during your pre-market. Man, this is nice. You know, it really is nice. It's just I don't, you know, find the opportunity, but you're already in $13, right? That's right. That's right. Good stuff, man. So potential resistance 1469, right? Pull back into the areas of this area that we set for entry. Continuation to the upside from this point, you know, you'd probably be resisting somewhere around 1511 to come back and validate the break of this resistance zone or support zone somewhere in here. I would say roughly 1445. This continues to the upside here. Resistance on this then validates, you know, this point of around 1485 before continuing to further upside. I think this probably goes, you know, towards your 1708 into 2 to 3 days. 17, yeah, I would say 1708 to roughly 1768, right around there. And then let's just kind of see what this can do, though. But I'm just going to propose that it does something like this. You know what I mean? So I hope that this, you know, kind of happens in that fashion. There, it would suck if it doesn't, but you know, it is what it is. So all good, all good. So let's put together here some receipts, and then we'll be good to go. The 1592. Actually, I'm going to put it right over here. And you know what? This is very much something that we can use right about there. Dude, I think it low key, low key, I think it is, man. This doesn't feel like bearish. It feels really, really bullish. You know, so I think, yeah, I mean, I think I'd take it under consideration here. Let me put that there. Also going to put this here. And here for the conditional entry, right? So we'll color this green. And then we should be good. Okay. And yeah, these targets here, man. I think it's really trying for these. Which would be, I mean, absolutely magical. Magical. Okay, bro. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. There we go. Now we got it. So you chilling, buddy? I think you have a good chance at this, man. This is not bad looking. This is not bad. Let's get some rest, man. Let's reconvene in the mañana. Run it. All right. Let's get that image. Here we go. Cool deal. Cool deal. Let me put this here as ALCY. Here you go, bro. All right, team. We have reached the end of our program. Let's go ahead and get some rest, team. Let's reconvene in the AM and let's do it again. And yeah, dude, Daniel, remind me, buddy. I remember that you're asking me to create a video on it. I'm down. I am down, sir. You found a ticker for the warrants? Oh goodness, you're coming hot. You got information for me. Okay, brother, let's do it. All right, team. Love you all very much. Y'all be safe, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Peace, everyone. Later, everybody.